Hello everyone and welcome to the Hattie Show, where I'm going to be doing a speed run for DuckTales on the Disney Afternoon Collection. This is an updated version of my previous run. This time I cut out quite a few seconds, learned how to do a few more tricks, and ended up becoming 13th overall in the Xbox One leaderboards. It's still not perfect, but I'm on a quest of sorts with this game. It's one of my favorites, and I'm looking to hopefully master it. I'm doing this to show that anyone can do it. I'm not a pro speedrunner, but if you find a game you love, it's sometimes worth it to learn the ins and outs of the game. You want to start your run on easy and quickly select the moon stage. The beginning of the game is pretty self-explanatory, but the reason you'll want to start with this level is that there's a few tricks that are more difficult to pull off. And if you try to end the run on the moon without pulling off these tricks, then that'll set you back and ruin a perfectly good run. It's way easier to restart at the beginning of your run and not the end. This part here is pretty tricky. There's a way to jump cleanly through these aliens, however I haven't managed to do that quite yet. You want to get this Robo-Duck over to the wall to hit you. When you get hit, you fall through this wall. Normally you have to grab Gizmoduck's controller from the UFO to blow up the wall. Getting this trick to work consistently is one of the hardest parts of the run. The bosses in this game, they're pretty easy. There's a trick to cut down the time on most bosses, but being semi-new to speedrunning and being out of practice, I haven't learned to do this consistently. Either way, the boss is pretty easy. Just hit a few times and quickly pogo the chest for the treasure and head off to the next stage. Now during this part, you just want to keep hitting A and just follow the levels in sequence from there. The Amazon level is actually the hardest for me, but it's not too bad. Like most things, if you practice. There's a jump coming up in the level that can make or break a run. We'll be coming up on that one shortly. I usually take advantage of the invincibility token to quickly cross the thorns and just run into a few enemies. Here, just climb these vines and don't stop. You'll outrun the bees. Now this is the section that has gotten me many times. Jump these rocks, and then you want to dodge all these bees. Then you want to pogo off this totem, jump on the helicopter, and then immediately jump off. Climb up, make your way across this bridge here, jump over this wall, land on the ape, and climb the vine. From here, just keep following this path through a shortcut. Bounce off this totem, hit this treasure, and then climb the hidden vine. And then on the other side, you can jump off and then immediately teleport to the boss. Now this boss is easy for a lot, but I generally struggle. Playing on easy allows you to get hit more times, so I definitely took advantage of that. As you can see here, I get hit quite a few times. Once he goes down, hit the thing, get the treasure, you get the idea. On to the next one. Now, this is my favorite level because of the horror theme. The biggest trick here is to jump over Webby so you don't trigger a dialogue. Other than that, there's not much to say. Just keep following the path shown here. There is a few smaller tricks coming up. The most important thing is not to hesitate so much. Now, there's a way to get this ghost into spawning higher, but guess what? Didn't pull it off yet again. I'll get it eventually though. Magic is pretty simple. You can hit her with your tail end to maximize the height of your hitbox. If you feel she's too high up, usually about midway up. If she gets higher though, you'll have to wait for her to come down. Easy enough, the bitch goes down, grab the money, and GTFO. Alright, now the African mines. This one's pretty easy. You end up talking to Louis. Go back to Transylvania, and you pop in the first mirror that you see. jump up, grab the key, get your ass back to the African mines. Just jump over these slugs here and go through the gate. Jump down here and take the path to your right, the first path to your right, that is. Miss Beakley starts throwing shit at you. Just jump. Use these green guys as a platform to get across. Jump down. Go immediately to your left and just hop on over. Avoid the slugs. And then bam, you're at the boss. This boss is pretty simple. To me, it's the easiest boss. All you gotta do is just make sure you jump over his attacks and just hit him as he rolls around way too much. Jump off of him, hit the treasure, then you go on to the next level. The next is the Himalayas. This level is, like most levels, pretty easy if you've played it enough. You don't want to use your pogo stick, well, your cane, on the snow because you'll get stuck in the snow. Jump down here, follow the path immediately to your left. That's why I'm hugging the wall there. If you go a little bit, there you go. You just kind of cross that gap there. You can kind of walk over it. Jump over the hockey player. Jump up here. And then you could just keep going. Just get hit by the boulder. Keep going. He's tougher than the toughies, you know. Just keep walking. Yeah, there's really not much to say at this point. I mean, there's not really any more tricks. You just kind of beat this boss. There is a trick to beating one of the bosses, but I'm not quite there yet to do it fast enough. But either way, he's pretty easy. Goes down, grab the treasure, biggity bam, on to the next stage. So the developers must have loved this level because this is the third time you actually end up in this level. Same deal as the first, jump over Webby, jump up this rope, and pretty much just keep pushing forward. Don't hesitate. Jump up this, keep going right. It's the exact same as the first time. If you guys heard me the first time, you guys know the deal. Now, of course, I try again to do the spawning ghost trick, and oh, it almost happened, but yet again, it didn't happen. Now, this final boss, Count Duckula, you just kind of, if you can anticipate where he goes, it's a lot easier, but you can just use your invincibility frames to hit him. Right here, I actually hit him twice in one jump, which is what you're supposed to do with each jump. And then, like clock, he goes down, jump on this crack right here, and then you can get a head start when Flintheart's fat ass is dragging down Magica to race for the final treasure. And then, before you know it, boom, 8:15, right on the dot. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and remember to send thoughts and prayers out to Magica. She was harmed by a Glomgold due to his fat ass hanging on her. #GetWellMagica.